Hello everyone, I'm back today with another video. This is going to be a ranked game on Strategus. This is an incognito ranked game, however, so I am not actually sure who I'm playing against. But I was told, as you can see there, I was told that this was an A-rate game. I don't know entirely what that means. That's some sort of fairly new feature, but I think it has to do with the rating of the opponent. So, in other words, he should be of a fairly high rating. So I don't know anything about my opponent, of course, but he looks to be advancing on the left side there. This is a sort of new setup that I've just thrown together. It's one that I've been using in some games lately. It's not really that much to it. It's not too exciting. It's not too interesting, but it gets the job done sometimes, I guess. Not all the time. I'm a bit rusty with my gameplay. I just simply haven't played very much or had the time to do that. But we'll see how this game goes. So scout there, I usually plan to open in the center and the right side and kind of leave this for defense. So that seems to be going nicely so far, and that he's attacking on the left. Alright, so I do expect him to probably recapture that major. He might choose not to, but I think he will, as he will indeed. So I'll go ahead and move that sergeant back. I don't know how I feel about that. Because on one hand, he's already revealed a colonel, so would he really be so bold as to reveal another colonel after immediately revealing the other? But also, he doesn't know what that piece is. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Lieutenant, okay. Okay, so that was just a scout, so that was pretty worthless. Another scout at least. I will go up and hit this lieutenant. I guess I should probably bring my colonel as backup, just to be able to take a major or something. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this scout up. I'm going to put the scout right here, just have another piece involved in the center. He seems to be retreating pretty hastily with his colonel after thinking about it for a moment. I don't know necessarily why, but I could find out soon enough. I will charge in with colonel. I expect he'll probably back the piece up rather than retreating it. But I think even if he retreats it, I might just go for it. Okay. Makes sense. I can leave that there for now because I don't really need to do anything about that, but I am probably going to try to bring my other colonel up on this side here. Just to see if I can get a piece and then maybe trade afterwards. Okay. So I'm thinking this is probably a scout or a garbage piece. This might be like a mid-range captain. And that's his colonel, obviously. So let me hit that. Oh, that's the captain already. Okay. That means this could actually be a good piece then. But he also doesn't know this colonel. So I might as well go ahead and chase after it. Okay, that is really interesting. I'll hit it, I guess. Is that really going to be a general marshal sitting there like that? Yeah, I didn't think so. Pretty sure this major has backup. He was acting really weird with that, but I imagine it's just a scout or something like that. I should probably want to bring this captain out, though, because I'm going to need some strength on this left side. You have to be wary of majors. I might even have to get my marshal involved if he tries to do something like that. Okay. So I know his major and captain here. I believe I thought this was the scout. This is the piece that was bluffing as a good piece, backing up his captain. That's the piece I figured might be a major, but I don't really know that. I don't think I know anything about this one. So I'll probably put the scout here, and then I will couple that with moving the captain up. This major has backup, so I'm not really worried about that. Alright, let's take this and try to break the game open. Make up that major, give him a colonel, see what he's got. Okay, general. That makes sense. So that means this could be the spy. Or it could be this one, obviously, but that would make sense because his major spawned here. I think that general came from here and it moved over when I threatened it. So we'll want to keep an eye on that, most likely. This presents an interesting opportunity, though, because I could opt to blitz with my general here, and I think I actually might lean towards doing that, since I do find it reasonably probable his marshal's on this side. And I'm thinking this could be a good piece. I could be wrong about that, but let's see what he does here. Because he had his colonel on this side that we traded, I really feel like he should probably have a marshal on this side. I'll take that. Oh, well, that was worthless. Okay. That was pretty annoying. I have to scout this out of an abundance of caution, unfortunately. See what this is. Okay, well, whatever. I don't think I believe him, so I think I am going to rush in here. I really don't feel like I believe him. I really feel like his marshal's got to be on this side here. I think if anything, this is probably the spy. Oh, okay. Well, ends up being none of those, but we will trade then, so, okay. Of course I know this is a captain. I would probably expect, since he did have a colonel here, I might expect another one from over here, so that could leave me vulnerable to that, so I need to anticipate that, I think. Okay. Maybe this is the spy. If I can maybe try to scout it really quick, that'd be really convenient. I did rush in pretty successfully with my general there, but it wasn't really much for me to find, and that's another captain, so that's not very useful. Ah, man. Alright, I'd really like if I could trade this captain, if he'd let me. That would be pretty good just to get a piece from this side of the board traded. I would like that a lot. Getting this captain out opens mobility across here. And also, again, it removes a piece, so that's useful. So I'm down a colonel, up a captain, down 2 sergeants. So material-wise, I'm not really... I expected to probably get more with my general, I think. I'm not really doing very well, actually. Down a colonel, down 2 sergeants, up a captain, up a minor, and up a scout. I have to be wary of his majors maybe wanting to attack me. So I'm going to move the spy to safety, and I'm going to try to probably draw back a little bit just so I don't have so many pieces that are at risk on this side. I'm pretty sure this is a major, in my opinion. I know this isn't, at least, so. Okay, that's convenient. If he moves, okay, I was going to say, I'm going to do that. I don't know if this is a colonel or major, it's probably one of the two. Okay, interesting. So I'm going to retreat this captain, and then I'm going to try to move up with my major if I can. I think this major, can't remember if it's known or not. It was on, no, it is known, because he chased it with his piece that I thought was a colonel, but it was really just the scout and the captain on this side earlier. That's when I blitzed with my general. Let me try and see what I can figure out here, though. Okay, that's fine. It's not great. Could be better. Now he knows both of my majors, but whatever. I got a Lieutenant Ford at least. Cannot afford to lose a major, though. Oh, okay. I'm not really getting much with that. Okay, I'm just going to do that. I'd like to scout this piece if I can. That's what I'm going to try to do with the scout here. Okay, he's going to let me. It's probably not going to be anything since he just let me. Yeah, okay, well that was completely worthless, but oh well. I guess that shows I don't really have anything to fear right now from this side, although he's bringing that piece over, which really could just not even be very good. Let's move up on that, because, I don't know, why not? I'm up 2 lieutenants that he's given me. Need to have something for him. Because at this point he actually has the info advantage on me, I think. Okay, well that was pretty interesting. I just figured by the way he was sitting it like that and being so brazen with it, it probably wasn't a colonel or anything. I am suspicious of this piece for sure. But I got my lieutenant back, that's really can't be too bad. It's annoying that he's not wanting to trade with me. I'd rather trade and just get this off the board. Okay. This is potentially interesting, actually. Excellent, he's going to let me trade. That's good. I'm very glad for that. Okay. I know that's a minor. I don't know what this is, but it's not a good piece. This one here. Actually, no, this is the one I thought could be the major, I think. Because I already took the lieutenant because I had my captain here and he hit it. So that could be the other major, potentially. In fact, that might be why he brings it to the center now, now that he knows my known captain is sitting there. Okay, well, I guess there's that. It's another minor. That's his third one here. He's really bringing a lot of pieces that just, like a lot of bluffs. Makes me a bit unsettled, but let's see if I can bring in this lieutenant to safety. I just realized he has no captains or lieutenants. All he has is sergeants. Okay, so I figured that was his major. Okay, interesting. He's not even going to try to keep the lieutenant trapped. He just wants to escape to safety. So he now has all 4 sergeants on me, but I do have 1 captain and 2 lieutenants. I fear that my marshal is pretty obvious at this point, however. I don't like that very much. I think this is either the colonel or marshal, and that's the colonel then. So it's good to know, I suppose. Now I'm only up 2 pieces, though. Oh, is he suddenly scared of the captain? That wouldn't make much sense. That'd be kind of silly. Okay, that's kind of weird. Maybe he forgot it. Anyway, colonel and major. I don't know his marshal, though. I know everything else of remote significance, since he has no captains or lieutenants. It's a bunch of sergeants. I know that's a minor. Again, colonel and major. That's probably a minor or sergeant. He brought it from the back row. He looked like he wanted to test this out here. I feel like that's either the spy or the marshal. Let me come up with a minor, try to test it in the center if I can. That'd be extremely unnerving if it was a sergeant. Okay. Alrighty. Is that the marshal? Well, that's interesting. Okay. I'm really not sure what to make of that. I guess I'll go for it with this minor. Alright. Probably sergeant, yeah. Fairly expected. Let me hit this. That's another minor. Wow. Okay, well, quite a sequence then. So I know this minor. I know that's his major. I know that's some probably garbage piece. That's his sergeant. I don't know what this is. It just came from over here. Maybe his spy? I don't know. That's confusing. Let me try to go up with the major. I know it's not his marshal because he would have blocked my general. See if I can try to force a trade here. This is really quite an interesting game. I have no idea where his marshal or his spy is, really. Oh boy, here comes another piece. I don't think it's his fifth minor, so I don't really have to worry about that. Okay. I guess I'll be forcing a trade here. Unless somehow this is his marshal, which would make no sense at all. Because it just came from over here and didn't move the whole game. That would be nothing short of bizarre. It's either a garbage piece or the spy. I really can't imagine that's his marshal. That would be unbelievable, actually. And I'm pretty sure this is the minor. Oh, well, okay. I guess he's just stalling or something. So I will pull this captain back, that's fine. Is he gonna move down, I guess? I feel like my marshal's really obvious at this point, but I also feel like he's forgetting my pieces, because he ran away from this with his major. Okay, so that's his major, I know that. So he, like, is giving me free pieces and doesn't want to trade. Okay, scout. I know that's a minor. That was the unknown piece. That figured, as I correctly called, garbage piece. Still no spy, still no marshal. Okay, he just trapped himself, so he's going to have to trade. Well, he might run away with it and say this is his marshal, I guess, but... yeah, okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, guess I'll let that be. I'm going to wait for him to move one more down, and then I'm going to advance on it with my marshal if he does that. Oh, he's not. Smart man. Okay. Again, this is the major, I know that. I am probably wanting to trade majors at this point, I guess, although I'm down 4 sergeants, which makes that weird. Okay, this is good. That could be a spy, in theory, but... okay, I'll take that. You already knew that's my marshal, so I'm really not concerned about that. I do gain his 4th minor then. Okay. This is all fine so far. Okay, so he's probably going to want to come and chase my captain, I think, so I have my major there in the center to ward that off. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Okay, I think I just leave that there. If I take the spy out, then he can actually trap my my captain, so I don't really want to do that necessarily. Okay. I feel like if this was actually his marshal, he would have probably tried to trap the captain. Because what I didn't realize is that I basically gave him an opportunity to do so. That makes me think this might be the marshal then. Since he guarded that sergeant with it, and this piece is screwing around. Maybe this is the spy. Oh no, that's the spy. What am I thinking? Yeah, I knew that. I don't feel like calling this bluff just yet. But I am thinking that might not be the marshal. I'm not sure. I feel like he would have forced the issue and probably tried to trap my captain. Although, again, that does rest on his competency, so I don't really know. Because I don't know how good he is. Could have just been a lapse or oversight, too. Alright, I think right now is probably the best time to take out his spy. Okay, well that makes sense. So let's go and see what damage we can cause now. Okay, trade that off then. Alright, makes sense. So I move that miner back to defend the center. I'm going to try to capture this sergeant if I can. But I am again wary of this piece, so I don't know. Again, the way he's playing this really makes me think that's his marshal, right here. Because he would not have done that move. I don't think otherwise. And he would have like closed up this gap. He wouldn't have just left his marshal sitting there. So I really just don't know. I think that's his marshal, to be honest. Okay, let's do that. Pretty sure that's not the marshal. If it is, I'll actually be surprised, I think, at this point, because he really is not playing like it's the marshal. Yeah, figured. Okay, so I'll take that. Of course, he'll mess around a little bit. We'll have to do a little moving game. So at this point, I might actually be at an advantage because I, like, quote-unquote, know his marshal, I think, which I'm quite certain is right here. But let me do that and just see what he does. Okay. So this is probably a sergeant, and he probably thinks my minor is my lieutenant, which is good, because I don't want to have to move my actual lieutenant yet. But let's chase this around a little bit, see what happens. Probably want to do that. Yeah, okay. So is this a sergeant or is this his last minor? That would be excellent if I could actually trade his last minor. If I move down, he could actually trap my piece, so I don't want to do that. Okay, so he'll be forced to move down in almost all certainty. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I think I've won this piece then. I do believe. If it's a minor, then I'll just trap it. So let's do that. Oh, perfect. I don't think that could have ended better. Excellent. Okay, well that was the worst thing he could have done. Alright, I think at this stage I need to try to figure out if there's a way that I can take advantage of knowing his marshal and he doesn't know that I know his marshal. Or he might actually, but he might not also. So let me try this. Sort of. Oh yeah, I have to be a little protective here. Can't just let him waltz in or do whatever. Okay. So let's come up with my spy, and let's just probably put it in front of the marshal, but kind of inconspicuously maybe. Okay, now let's see what happens. At this point I can pull the captain away. So I think I'm going to try to put the miner here, and then I'm going to basically attack, I think, over here. This miner wards off any miner of his coming down and trying to take the flag. That's all I need there. And I can block a sergeant with my marshal, I think is enough. I don't think he's going to move any more pieces, so that would be perhaps hindering his ability to win. Because right now he's going to try to achieve a draw off of me not knowing where his flag is. Okay, so I know this is a bomb. I'm thinking this is probably another bomb. I'll be sad if it's not. Good. Okay. Another bomb. Excellent. Okay. He probably knows this is a spy at this point then. Definitely want to cut that off. So that's his third sergeant. If he moves over, I'm pretty sure I have a sergeant trapped. I didn't figure it to be that easy. Okay. Alright, well, I am not sure what I should do next, honestly. Oh, it's the marshal's first appearance of the game. Imagine that. Okay. Well, that's far from surprising. Okay. I guess if that's not the flag, it's going to be one of these pieces over here, so I might as well give myself as many chances as I can get. I'm going to want to move that up just for safety, I think. I hope he doesn't take that miner, but well, I guess he is, whatever. That's unfortunate if he does. Can't. I guess I could have stopped that, but I don't know. Well, this is quite an intriguing development. I do have to imagine his flag is probably in the corner. Like here. Could also be here. Hope that doesn't take me. That would be really sad. Okay, it's not. That's good. Bomb, as expected. Sergeant, also as expected. Okay, well, I guess I made it harder than it had to be, but that was his flag all along, as I figured. I just wanted to kind of cover all my bases. At that point I realized, this was a fake tripod that he trapped a piece in. I was pretty sure those 3 were bombs. I was figuring flag was either one of these, I don't think it was those, or it was this piece. But pretty good win. Now that I think about it, it's been a long time since I've played Ironshield, although you can see I usually fare decently against him. But that definitely is a playstyle that befits who he is. He likes to bluff a lot, throw a lot of bluffs at you, and he doesn't want to move his top level pieces like Marshal General until the game is like nearly up. And I took advantage of that because I was actually able to figure out where his Marshal was. And I was rewarded with a big elo gain there as well. So a very good game. Very happy with that outcome. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.